I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the light.
It's
Yeah, I just wanna see the
showtime!
light.
And they're on in a great time. But I know which way to go, left or right. It's all eyes on the Ferrari. Stylo has done the impossible. This is the move. This is the moment. And that puts in Rapture on the podium. But it's this man who comes home victorious. It's Red Bull. It's who wins. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Moose Racing League action. Oh my gosh, we're back for round 7 here in the Tier 1 Championship of Season 10. My name's Punju. I'm so excited to be joining you guys here at Bahrain, the first crossover with the IRL calendar. It's going to be a heater of a race tonight. I hope you guys are ready. We got a really tight championship, obviously, ahead of us, and that might have a big sway tonight depending on how the results go. But before we get a little bit too far ahead of ourselves, let's go say hi to our favorite friend, Mr. Andy. Hello, Rage Quit. How are you doing, my guy?
Hey, yo, I am sensational tonight. I'm looking forward to watching our top guys racing around the track that has been at the forefront of everybody's mind for the last 2 weeks.
Seriously. Yeah, all the preseason testing, all the real racing, which was quite mid, if we're being honest with each other, except for the Daniel Yuki battle at the very end. That was obviously electric. But other than that, I mean, honestly, the real race was nothing short of a bit of a bore. And so I'm really glad that we have these insane sim races that we get to look forward to every single week when F1 doesn't quite give us the joy we're looking for. We get Moose Racing League, and tonight it's no better than Tier 1, obviously. Now this track, Andy, we saw it was pretty boring in real life. Where do you think we're going to see action when we're getting out to this track here at Bahrain?
I think the action is, again, it all built around what setup these guys have had. I guess the higher up you go, the more similar the setups are. But I'm looking forward to the drag up to turn 4. I'm looking forward to seeing how the guys handle sector 2, turns 10 with that downhill braking section up into turn 11. And then, what kind of run can people get down the back straight towards the final turn? Obviously, I think the passing's going to be down the back straight and the home straight. Yeah, it's promises to be a hell of a race.
I agree. Yeah, this track definitely does not disappoint when people start to get it right. At least, obviously, there's some crazy passing opportunities. You mentioned in turn 4. I want to see some big ones there. I want to see some brave moves. Tired differences as well can make a difference. So it'll be fun to watch. But obviously, we're already got these drivers out there on track as we usually do. Let's go ahead and jump over there and see what we're seeing in qualifying as of right now. Currently, we've got 2 drivers have already set a time. It's both the Aston Martins, and they're already insane. 27.9 and a 28.2 to start our day. What? It's only gonna get faster. I have some fun facts for you today, Andy. You ready for this?
I am always ready for your fun facts.
Drix is top 100 in the world at this track. Time trial. So is Cookie. And so is Marcus Libbs, if I recall correctly.
So we have 3 of the top 10 in the world in this race.
3 top 100, but yes.
Disgusting. 100.
Yeah, top 100.
I thought you said top 10.
If it was top 10, it'd be unbelievable.
Top 100 is disgusting.
Yeah, top 100 is just unbelievable. So, yeah, good luck to all. And that is not those 3. Obviously, 2 of those 3 are championship contenders. Let's go ahead and take a look at these championship standings right now, as that is the point of contention. We've obviously got Cookie leading the way after last week's rough race for Marcus Libbs. He's sitting on a 17-point gain, with Supply Raptor 71 points behind the lead. So effectively after tonight, if either Cookie or Marcus Libbs gets a first place and the other of them gets second, I believe it is a guaranteed no championship for Supply Raptor. Everybody becomes out of it. I think Ryan Newton and Minico are already out of it as well, mathematically. So what the heck? We're there right now, guys. It's insane. Not quite. Anybody that's got more than 25 points right now is technically still in it. Technically. But obviously, it's really tight. Notice how, though, 4 drivers on 38 points. Do you see that? Esteban, Turtle, Arcadia, and Drix, all on 38 points.
Yeah, and it really is just crazy tight from what's 3rd all the way down to the middle of the pack.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. It's freaking nuts. Now, obviously, here in Tier 1, we're here at round 7 with Bahrain. Next week, as you mentioned, was Jeddah. The week after that, Belgium. And the week after that, Australia. So Jeddah and Australia, also IRL week crossovers. Belgium is a non-IRL week crossover, so we just picked one. It's Bah. It'll be fun. But yeah, I mean, I'm honestly super excited for tonight. Obviously, Jeddah, I'm extremely excited for as well. I think it's going to give really good racing. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be pretty nuts. Now, taking a look at last race, like I mentioned, Cookie obviously ended up having a great race. Arcadia came home in second with another phenomenal race for himself as well, but his gap was pretty far. If you look at that, almost 6 seconds, a little more than 6 seconds away from the leader. Then Snaky in third, Bops in fourth. Crazy result for Bops out of nowhere. It's his only points I think of the entire season. Was a fourth place right here. Then Marcus Libs coming home in fifth. At the penalties, ended up putting himself, I want to say, in sixth or seventh. So, yeah, a bit of a rough one, and the rest of the grid, shakes out as it does. But getting back into this race here, I'm curious for you, who are you really on the lookout for tonight when it comes to, a potential shocker, and who do you think is pretty good to go get this win?
Well, looking at the times we've got posted down so far, 27.9. Let me just say first, I'm expecting a lot lower than a 27.9 to take pole tonight. I'm expecting that to be a 27.2. At worst, we've got the banker laps out. I've seen some crazy quick laps over the course of the last week across various different leagues. And I think that MRL is right up there with some of the best drivers in this scene. I expect these guys to be matching. I've seen a 26.9 this week.
Who did that?
Somebody in WOR. I don't know whether we're going to get a lower lap than that.
That's unbelievable. That's not fair.
Yeah. We're going to see it quick.
Yeah, that should be outlawed. That's insane. 26.9 is just unbelievable. Also,
in terms of the race, I would suggest Marcus. I really want to see Marcus. There's a 17-point gap. I want to see Marcus real push hard.
Yeah.
Supply Raptor is not set a time yet, but yeah, I'd love to see Marcus and Cookie really kind of throw it down to each other over the course of these last 4 races.
Oh, me too. Now, also, Yellowstone pops into chat and gives us something very important to mention. Yes, this is something important. Sako Like Taco, by the way, guys, for those of you guys want a little bit of an update throughout the entire league, Sako Like Taco in Tier 3 got his first ever win today since he started here in Moose Racing League 6 seasons ago. So big ups to Sako for finally grabbing his win. I was part of that race. It was a scrap to the end, and he did a great job to grab it off of a penalty. So, to win is a win, man, and that's pretty epic. Really cool to see him finally get his win. Unfortunately, no commentator for Tier 3, so you guys missed it. But
I am gutted. I'm gutted.
I know it was a tight race too.
If I'd looked earlier, I could have done Tier 3.
That's all right. It's not the end of the world. But hey, you know what? He'll get more wins, obviously. If you get one, you can get more. And so great job to Sako. Now, somebody who's obviously searching for a win with that qualified time is Supply Raptor. Wow, 27.6, starting us off with a pretty hot banker. Let's see what Magical Forehead's got. Obviously, he's had a bit of a, unfortunately, I guess, less than ideal, mildly lackluster season so far this season. I'm sure he's going to want to try to change that tonight. So let's see how he handles the track here at Bahrain. He's going to be trundling down, and he decides to go offline and actually let his teammate through for a big toe, but his teammate just got a terrible turn 1 in exchange. I don't know why he did that. I think Magical Forehead should have instead gone for his own lap, but
yeah, they're going again. They've both neither of them have engaged DRS.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Now Drix right there is out on a lap as well. He is currently sitting at 28.2 as our first driver to put a timeout tonight. How's he going to be looking as he's about to come across that? He's already come across that first sector marker. I'm curious, once he gets to the third sector marker, what he's going to be looking like. I wonder if he's up or down on this time. It's going to be interesting, man.
Yeah, it really is. And what I love about it, and I tried to put it into practice myself, and it didn't work out too well for me, but the way the guys hug the right side as they get to turn 11, really getting that turn in. Middle sector is purple for Drix, as it is for everybody.
Almost 5/10 up on his best lap right now. He's
getting a good toe. He's getting a good toe down down that back straight as well from the Alfa Romeo.
You're right about hugging that turn 11. How they get over that curb, I don't get it, man. That is definitely worth some time, and it's just about finding that setup that can allow you to do that. He puts on a 27.680, just barely off from the current pole sitter. It does pip out his teammate, who also has an insane banker at a 27.728. Just kidding, that's his second lap. But still, both those Aston Martins looking rather racy tonight here in Tier 1. Extremely impressive. Oh, and Hitch! No! Gets a DQ for being stuck. Oh, he was just stuck.
Yeah, he's
his
just
car's beached. Oh, the game has done Hitch dirty. Unfortunate to see. Now, Sketchable's popping into chat right here. He says, apparently I did 2 Bahrain races in a different league. One of the fastest guy messaged me and said I had a really good pace. So let's hope it sings That's a sign that if things to come. Let's hope. But I see a lot of people putting the laughter emoji on that one, so that's a little bit brutal. Oh man, that's rough to see. Oh man. Oh, poor Sketchy Bull. Well, Sketchy Bull, right now you are where are you at on track? Oh, you're in 11th. Not bad. Not bad so far, but I think you got more in there. So let's see what you can do right there. Sketchy Bull on his outlap right here, coming down the backstretch before the start-finish straight. Let's watch Sketchy Bull and give him the love. He's giving us a little shaky-wakey. He says, don't you dare watch me, but too bad. We're going to give him the love. Go ahead and commentate us through that one, Andy.
Sorry, Sketchy Bull. I was just on with somebody else. Here is Sketchy Bull, though, heading on his way down towards turn 1. A little bit of traffic out in front, including a Ferrari that's just invalidated in eruption. We do take turn 1 quite nicely, though. Puts the corner at turn 2 just as much as you can. DRS is going to be wide open. We need this Ferrari to get out of the way, though, and it does. Down towards turn 4, then. I say down, it's up a hill. Catches the apex just about nicely. Running on the rumble strips on the left. This section, I don't like this section. This can send you into the wilderness if you don't get it right. But Sketchy Bull masters it beautifully. Down towards the hairpin. Clips the apex once again. We're on our way to turn 10, Punju. This is a tricky number. Downhill braking. But again,
nailed it.
Sketchy seems to nail it beautifully. Wing, open, DRS. How far over to the right-hand side is Sketchy going to get then? Not as far as some I've seen, but does seem to get some good traction and drive through turns 11 and 12. Up to turn 13. Purple middle sector, as does everybody. He's going to get a little toe. He's going to get a little toe down here.
A big
From
one.
An Alpine, I believe. Yes, we love to see that. Down to turn 14 then. The final turn. Then the pretend little turn that doesn't really exist. The big down drive to the final line.
Dang,
Like
Sketchy Bull.
27.9. Yes, love that from Sketchy.
Wow.
Great lap from him.
Holy smokes. Yeah, 27.9 is exceptional. I saw he was 2/10 up after sector 1. Look at it. He's getting the little wiggle again. He's like, yeah, I'm stoked about that one. He was 2/10 up after sector 1, and I was like, dang, I think he's cooking on this one. Then I saw after sector 2, he was like 6/10 up. I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be quick. Nice job for him to hook it all the way up for the entirety of his run, too. It was absolutely amazing. So, yeah, he's looking good. Now he's just got to convert that, obviously, in the race. But still, not too bad, man. Not too bad start.
Yeah, good from Sketchy. Good.
The other person who feels like they're way out of their depths in this tier is Mr. Rich Sebi. He's currently sitting in 10th. Not too bad, honestly. It's a 28.490. Definitely can improve. Currently at 27.6, has yet to be touched, which I'm kind of surprised by. But look at Cookie. Has not set a time. Cookie is just sitting in the pits, like, big chilling. Like, I'll get up there when I feel like it. What do you think about that strategy? Do you think he's maybe coming across some technical difficulties or something else going on? What do you think is happening? Oh.
There were some technical difficulties, to be fair. He did leave the session, and he only just got back in a few minutes ago. So I guess he's just trying to regain his composure and get ready to go again.
Could be it. Yes, I think that's probably what it is. I just read that message as well. Said his PC ended up needing to get a little restart. So luckily enough, he's back into the race. He should be good to go and send this thing. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure. Drix, though, I mean, 27.680, just barely off of that pole position time. All three of those top runners, Supply Raptor, Drix, and Xylo, looking extremely quick tonight. So it's interesting. As we've been talking about Cookie, there he goes. He's the one we have to watch this lap of. Obviously, him and Marcus Libs, we gotta know, because they're the championship fight, right? But Cookie, he's basically doing a one-shot quality tonight. We've seen him do well in a one-shot quality, though. I've seen him do it, so. It's possible, but he's got his back up against it right here. What do you think he's gonna do tonight? Think he's gonna put that pole position when he needs it?
Yeah, I think he's good enough, his Cookie, to go low 27s. Given what we've seen so far tonight, there's a few guys out that we know are quick who have only set one lap so far. The guys like Marcus. Drix has done a couple of laps, of course. Yep. Estambar's only done one. Sketchy's caught it a day.
He says that's the best I got.
Yeah, he's just happy. Supply Raptor is
also done. Wow.
He's done.
Interesting call from him. Maybe he just didn't have enough time to get back around is probably what it was. So that's probably it. So. I mean, honestly, this is really Cookie's only chance. If you look at the timer as soon as it comes up, yeah, it's 1 minute and 38 seconds left. He's not going to have a shot for another one. So He's got to nail this lap, and he's not going to have the ideal track. In fact, he might even come up to a little bit of traffic at the tail end of his lap. So he's got to be careful with these two Haas's right in front of him. They're going to be, DRS leapfrogging each other / running together. It's going to be Esteban and Snakey. Curious how that's going to maybe play into what's going to happen with Cookie here throughout this lap. Let's see him go.
Esteban's let Snakey through.
So they're definitely playing this routine game right there. And good turn 1 and 2 from Cookie. Takes it really wide out of the exit of 3. Pops that DRS open on his way down, or up, as you're right, into turn 4. I always forget that it is uphill because the elevation change of this track is so subtle, but it is there for sure. Oh my gosh, that was insane, turn 4. How did he do that? Crazy line. That's 28.435 sector 1. That's fast. That's really fast. How's he going to handle this first hairpin? Looks mighty fine. Absolutely exceptional start to sector 2. Cookie looks like he is cooking. And down to turn 10. Gnarly line. That's perfect. That's literal perfection. Cookie is going for it, Andy. I mean, this could be a lap to talk about for a hot minute. I mean, if this puts him in front of Marcus Libs in qualifying, it's going to make a really big difference tonight in this race. You think he's got it here at this current moment?
Yeah, as it currently stands, I've not seen him put a wheel wrong just yet.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it looks
not
freaky
that long
quick.
drag now. My word.
Yeah, it looks nuts fast. I mean, this is going to be interesting to see what happens here. He's got the final corner right here. Qualifying is officially over, so nobody else can start a lap. That means the Haas that just crossed the line of Snakey will not get a second chance. It's going to be Cookie's one and only chance right there, and he puts it only for 27.9 or 27.795. That gives Marcus Libs nothing but opportunity. He's only got 2/10 to beat that one. That was not an ideal lap, honestly. I think Cookie had more in it, so Marcus is staring down the barrel of a better position in qualifying if he can link it, and it's 1/10 up so far going through sector 2. He needs a 10th more out of this final sector. That's a big ask, but it is possible. Yellow Snowman's on the edge of his seat, says, oh my sweet Jesus, can it happen? Will Marcus Libs clutch up with an amazing qualifying and out-qualify his current championship rival? It's going to be down to the line. Who's going to get, I think Marcus had a bit of a bad exit there on the final corner. What's Marcus got? It's going to be enough. 27.6, you're a dead tie with Drix. But Drixsub is going to best that one. As of right now, currently, though, it's putting Marcus on the second row. Xylo is slower than his best lap. It looks like he's backed off. Xylo, I think, is done. So it's going to be Drix coming across the line to improve, and that's about it, I think. But Drix has a shot at pole right now if he improves.
300 up.
Oh, he's done it. Boom, 6:05.
Yeah, there he goes.
Woo! Xylo still going to go for it, though. He's trying. He might have, found something at the last little bit. I don't know. He did not.
Oh,
That's it.
Slower.
City of R won't beat that.
That is it.
Oh my gosh, Drix! He's done it! He's gotten himself pole position. How long has it been since we've seen Drix on pole?
It's been a hot minute, mate. It's been a hot minute, and I'm glad to see him back up there. The Aston Martin of the second winningest driver in MRL history, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, Drix has had one pole so far this season, so good to see him get another one. That's 2 for him. That's an amazing lap for sure, and Sebi is so mad. 28.3 is 15th. That's correct. You thought it was good, but instead, no, it's absolutely insane. Sketchybull sits in 6th, sandwiched between Cookie and Esteban. How do you think Sketchybull's feeling right now?
I think Esteban and Cookie are in for a show, because I think Sketchybull is not going to be easy pickings into turn 1. I'm loving the fact that Sketchy's up there fighting with the top guys in the top 10.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh yeah, Drix was pole at Hungary. Duh, I'm so silly. He got crashed out of it, which is what I always forget about that. Yeah, Drix gonna get pole at Hungary, but it's good to see him, getting more. Obviously, he's getting closer back to form here in this game. It's been a long time coming with that pole position right there. Supply Raptor, though, still technically keeping his championship hopes alive in 2nd. If he can get this win tonight, it will help him for sure. Marcus Libs in 3rd, Xylo in 4th, Cookie in 5th. So only Xylo separates the 2 championship rivals. And Sketchybull into 6th, Esteban 7th, Giants Fin 8th, Snakey in 9th, and Minico rounds out our top 10. Great qualifying for Minico. With Forehead, Turtle, Arcadia Gamer, Sebi, Bops, City, Sharky, Eruption, and Hitch rounding out our back 10. Sharky, Eruption not setting times, Hitch getting an unfortunate DQ from the game. Really unfortunate for that one. Kamal saying that Drix is a post-race time penalty tonight. I didn't remember that. I didn't look at the storage report, so that'll be interesting. Kamal, if you can give us any other messages about any post-race time penalties, that'd be great. Because that's going to be very, very, very interesting for the finish. Andy, I was not going to guess Drix on pole tonight, to be honest with you. I knew he was going to be up there, but I didn't think he was going to grab it. And Supply Raptor sitting there in second is pretty impressive. What do you think for the prospects of this race now that we don't have either of the two championship fighters in first or second?
I think it just makes it really interesting, Punju. The other drivers who, they might favor this track. They might feel they've got a bit more pace here. It really does kind of open the race up. And I'm just looking forward to seeing either our two championship protagonists trying to work their way to the front, or maybe they'll be under pressure from some of the other guys a little bit lower.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward. I think it makes for a really good race not having the two top guys at the front.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't agree more. I think it's going to be pretty intense here. This race is going to be nothing but electric, I guarantee. Obviously, everybody in the Tier 1 chat, I see them. They're all having fun, talking with each other about their racing. So I'm stoked, man. This is going to be pretty nuts. This is going to be fun. Turn 1 is always scary. I myself in Tier 3, I went from 15th to 8th.
Which is wild to me, by the way. It
in
took me 29 laps. That
Yeah.
took me 29 laps. You did it in one turn.
In a corner, yeah. So it's you never know. It's why the outside line's gonna be really strong. So anybody starting the left side of the grid, that one of those is being, I believe, first place starts on the left here, is gonna have an extremely good advantage. So let's see what happens here as we come down to the line. We got lights coming on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights are on, and they're off, and we're off racing here in Bahrain for round 7 of the Season 10 Championship in Tier 1. It's a great launch from Drix, a really good one. Marcus Lips gets going, but Cookie making a look on the inside already on Marcus Lips, maybe on 2. He looks back going 3 wide into Turn 1. Oh my gosh, Cookie going super aggressive. So far, everyone getting through relatively unscathed, but Cookie just barely has to back out from Marcus Lips. They almost collide in Turn 1, lap 1, though. Somebody did get messed up at the back. It looks like it's a Hitch, Eruption, and Sebi.
Heavy.
Oh, no. That was an Aston Martin Zylo getting tapped a little bit from the rear end of Esteban, giving him a little bit of a nudge. Going to be interesting as they go through, going down to this hairpin, but it looks like so far Cookie's had to back off Marcus Lips, who's had an incredible launch. Cookie on softs, Marcus on mediums, though. So Cookie playing an aggressive start right there. Giants fan, huge send as well. He's all the way up into 6th right there after a pretty decent, qualifying for him, but not necessarily the most impressive from his, history. Takes the outside line.
Downhill braking.
Yeah,
No.
you see that right there? Right behind Giants fan, there was a little bit of carnage, wasn't there? Looks like most people have made it out alive, though. Sketchy Bull, though, already down 3 positions, down to 9th. You said he was going to be a 4th contentment, but it looks like it's been a bit of a rough start for him on these first few laps. Big movers, obviously. It looks like Sharky's up 3. That's the biggest gainer, biggest loser so far. Rich Sebi and Sketchy Bull down 4 and 3. So unfortunate for them for sure. They had a great qualifying, but unfortunately unable to convert it in the first lap so far. Drix, Cookie, Master Turtle, and Eruption all on softs. Everybody else on medium and hards. Just a few people on hards, primarily people on mediums. Just Sketchy Bull and I think it was Master Turtle having a little bit of a squabble with Sketchy Bull, who's now alongside Snaky. It's going to be side by side going into Turn 1. They almost collide with the Red Bull in front. Oh my gosh. Oh no. That's the Haas of Snaky flying up the inside of Minico. Woo, that's a tight one right there. They're still going side by side. This is crazy tight battling. They're neck and neck. Going into Turn 4. Who's going to come out on top? I think it's going to be Haas. What do you think?
Yeah, the Haas looks like it's through.
Yeah.
And is now focused on the back of the Red Bull of Minico. Sketchy Bull does have a little bit of company in Master Turtle as well on the soft tyre. He's got to make those work, and he does. He spullies his way up the inside.
Oh, yeah,
That
he's
was
still
a
fun.
bully
He's still
move.
sending it. Now, speaking of people on soft tires, look at the front runners. Drix and Cookie are now up there. When the heck did Cookie find his way up to the front? That's insane. He's absolutely destroyed these opening 2 laps. His first lap was definitely a lot more careful, but his second lap has been electrically quick. But now he's going to try to catch up to Drix, who is doing his best Max Verstappen impression right now, running away 1.6 seconds ahead almost by the end of lap 2. That is an incredible start for Drix here at Bahrain. That's exceptional. That's scary.
Yeah, it really is very good. 1.5 seconds out in front. Supply Raptor, interesting position for him now. Obviously got a car behind him to worry about in terms of Marcus. However, if he can just cling to the back of this Red Bull of Cookie, utilize a little bit of DRS, because now it is available.
Yeah.
then he'll keep himself in the window. A little bit of battling still between Master Turtle and Sketchy Ball down in the midfield.
I just don't see how long Supply Raptor can hold on. I don't think it's going to be that long, honestly. I think it's going to be change. Ooh, holy smokes! Yeah, that battle's really tightened up. Master Turtle and Sketchy Ball, they're going side by side still. Oh my gosh, they're still side by side. Someone back out. Someone back out. No one's backing out. Wow! Master Turtle gets a big snap of overshare. He loses another position, actually. Gamer, not as an opportunistic, sees an opening, pops himself right up in there, and Magic Forehead wisely backs out of that one, but Master Turtle definitely struggling tonight. He was cooking, for sure. Ooh. Scrappy. Yeah, so back up to the front. You know how I mentioned that I didn't see Supply Raptor hanging on for too long? He's barely hanging on now. I think he's basically about to lose it, so... Yeah, Marcus Lib's about to clear him, I'm sure, probably on the next DRS straight, because DRS is now open and available for these drivers to use. So long as Supply Raptor stays within a second, obviously, going into this final corner, I think he might stay on. But I don't think he will.
Yeah.
Actually, he's burning.
He's burnt his battery right out, you know. The only way he was going to keep tabs on these guys was to stay in the DRS of Cookie, whilst Cookie didn't have DRS on Drix.
Yes.
So Cookie did reduce that gap by 0.3, but here we go. Marcus Libs down the inside to turn 1 on Supply Raptor, gets the move done in plenty of time.
Yeah.
And he's now going to be the one challenging the Red Bull, 0.8 behind the Red Bull. So he's still going to have DRS all the way climbing up the hill up to turn 4.
Yeah, I think Marcus having DRS for the second helping is going to be super important for him to stay within relevancy of these cars in front. Because obviously, you know, them being on the softs, they're going to be flying. They're going to be giving it everything they got to try to just gap out from Marcus. If Marcus hangs on, he's way more dangerous because I think the medium is going to be the ideal strategy to start on tonight, assuming there's no safety cars.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you're ideal on the mediums to start. However, we'll see. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see. I think the medium and hards are pretty similar pace, but that soft is just miles faster. Look at that. He doesn't have the DRS, so yeah, it's showing pretty quickly.
And Cookie does. So Cookie has closed that 1.6 second gap at the end of lap 2. That is now DRS territory.
Yeah.
So the two soft runners beginning to just gap Marcus. And again, you know, these guys, they're incredibly good. Marcus won't panic. He will just remain patient, run his own race.
Mm-hmm.
Try and gap Supply Raptor. Xylo behind him as well.
Yeah, I think he needs to gap outside.
Here we go, Cookie taking the inside line down to turn 1, does take the lead well before turn 1. Cookie's taking the lead of the race, Punji.
Yeah, I don't think Drix was fighting it, honestly. Like, the way that I looked at that line, it looked like Drix was just kind of letting it happen. He said, yeah, go ahead. Like, you know, it's really not worth it for me to burn up my tires and try super hard. I'm just going to go ahead and hang out behind you. Look at that. He's saving fuel. Yeah, they're leapfrogging right now. They're trying to make it as easy as possible on each other to just keep gaining more and more and more time on those behind them. It's 1.7 seconds to them to Marcus Libs. So for them two to be working together is not what Marcus wants to see. That's the complete opposite of ideal for him.
No, I think it's the only way that starting the race on the soft tire, I think it's the only way that they can make this work by working together. Otherwise, Marcus is going to be able to go a little bit longer. The undercut is incredibly strong on this track.
It's true.
So it'd be interesting to see what kind of lap they pit. What, 10, 11 perhaps, Punji?
Yeah, give it to, I mean, if you're on the softs, I think you can take it to 12 or 13 if you're really strong. But, you know, they're going to be burning up. You're going to stop touching that inside curb pretty quickly. In fact, look at that. Drix already not even touching the inside curb there at turn 11. He's already staying away from it. So, yeah, that's a sign that their tires are starting to get, you know, a little bit rough, a little bit dicey. Someone whose tires are not getting dicey, that was Xylo. He's only 0.3 back from Supply Raptor, who does still have DRS, but only just on Marcus Libs. Yeah, I think Drix and Cookie, you're right. The only way they make the strategy work is the fact that they have each other. Without each other, I don't think this soft would have worked for anybody at the front.
No, and you can see that again. You know, Cookie doesn't fight. Drix gets passed into turn 1.
Yeah,
easily done. And actually, that double dose of DRS that they're going to get through, obviously the home straight, and then down through turns 1, 2, and 3, that gap is over 2 seconds already.
Gosh. Wow, yeah, it's making a huge difference. Now, Jim Just Rage popping in here in chat and says, I don't understand why people fight so hard early in the race. I'm sure he was talking about some of the fighting in the first couple laps. Yeah, they were fighting pretty tough at the beginning of the race for sure. But you know what? That's half the fun here in turn 1. Speaking of fighting, we got Bops and Master Turtle fighting it for 14th and 13th right here. In the middle of sector 2. Oh my gosh, this, oh, Bops, just barely getting clicked. There it goes. Oh, I thought he was done.
I thought that was, I thought he'd oversteered into the side and killed both of them. But I think it was just a little bit of a glitch.
But now Master Turtle coming up around like the right side. And he's sticking his nose up there, trying to take an outside line. Think he's going to get the better exit. Yeah, he will. And Bob has to back out of that one as well. Bob's was in 2 positions in just a few corners. Master Turtle making another, Magical Forehead making another move. Wow, Forehead's really cooking. He just made 2 positions in 2 corners. So nice job for Magical Forehead. He's flying. Back up to the front.
Yeah, super.
Look at this. Marcus Libs only 1.2 out now. So without them DRS popping each other, oh yeah, Marcus would already be all over them. Their soft advantage is gone now. It's entirely gone.
Yeah, that's it. I would imagine they're up towards that 25% on the 6th lap.
Easy. Yeah. I would assume they probably did it on the 4th or 5th lap. And they were just kind of holding it off at that point. Now, Drix and Cookie still have to work together. They do still get about 2/10 out of it with the DRS off of each other. But it's not going to be enough to really gap out Marcus Libs. There goes Drix, going to take the lead. Again, it's going to be another leapfrog between the Red Bull and the Aston Martin. Just helping each other out the best they can to try to stay in front of that attacking prancing horse of Marcus Libs, who is on full attack. Look at how much he's eating these curbs through Sector 1 and 2. He is really jumping over them as much as he possibly can to get the maximum amount of track usage all the way over that left-hand curb on his way into the hairpin. That's where you're really getting all this time as a top-tier driver, is your ability to use the maximum bit of the track without locking up brakes and getting unideal grip. It's so impressive to me how they can find every last, minute pebble of grip. I don't get it, man.
Yeah, it's incredible. You're absolutely spot on with that soft tire, by the way. Look at the DRS train we've got now from 1st down to 8th.
Wow. Yep, it's getting big. And it's only going to get bigger as well, because obviously if these guys fight hard, it's going to let people like Snakey, who's 4 seconds out right now, catch up and just make these pods turn into one big old snake once again. We always see that here in Tier 1, a big snake, and it's good to see it happening one more time. Now, Cookie and Drake still fighting it. They're going to be going into the into the final corner, neck and neck almost. Yellow Snowman popping in here saying Drix is driving on a mission after the last few weeks. I think he is. And it's also crazy for him to think that he used to be almost as quick, which, yeah. Oh, how the turntables, am I right? There goes Marcus Libs with DRS, but only just. Only just. We'll hold off Supply Raptor behind him quite easily, though, because of the fact he has that DRS. But he will not have a second helping, so Supply Raptor just waiting for a mistake from the guy in front of him, but it just is not coming through. Marcus Libs, the robot of the tier, just cannot seem to find his way to make a mistake. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's real good clean racing.
Yeah, it has been clean racing, hasn't it?
It's been pretty clean. We've seen a couple of touches a little bit further on down.
Oh my gosh, they're about to go 3 wide into the center 2. Oh no, they're not. No, guys. Oh, thank you so much to Arcadia for backing out of that one. He was about to get super pinched, and there goes somebody sent so wide by Gamer, and it's gonna get knocked around as well. I think that's Sketchy Bull. Sketchy Bull just entirely get knocked around, clattered.
Oh.
He's gonna have to find a way to rejoin. Don't rejoin yet, Sketchy Bull. Be smart. Be smart. Be smart. Oh, those Ferrari just run straight into him from Eruption.
Oh, no.
Sketchy Bull, the most unlucky guy in the world, just stuck, parked. Everybody has infinite time to see him, and yet I'm just on his POV watching all these cars just come at him like, one of them's going to hit him, and that's Eruption that does. I think maybe broke his wing too, so unfortunate for Sketchy Bull. He got caught up with a fight between Gamer and I want to say Arcadia. They're still fighting it, though.
Yeah, we've still got our 1 through 8 DRS train going on. 4/10 between Cookie and Drix, 4/10 between Drix and Marcus on that long run down to turn 1.
Yeah,
we might see a little bit. I think it's whichever one of the front 2 drivers panics first.
Oh, for the early pit stop?
Yeah.
One of them's going to do it.
I think somebody's going to want to just get away from Marcus. Now, I think the undercut, I think the first person in the pits is going to do better, to be perfectly honest with you.
You're probably right. Also, Eruption's DNF'd into the pits. He's decided to go into the pits and retire, and I think Sketchy Bull says he has a broken rear wing as well. He's got him retired in the pits as well, so it's a double DNF from them hitting each other while he was parked. Oh, man. Oh, dude.
That's sad.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Oops. That's definitely pretty rough.
Commentator's curse sketchy.
Yep. That's really tough. Well, you know what? A great qualifying, though. Something to keep his head up, man. That was absolutely great. So, you know, it really impressive there. Now, let's go ahead and keep focus on this front-level battle because Marcus Libs just waiting for these two guys in front to have a little bit of a tussle. If they go side by side for just one corner, that's all he needs to find some movement, man. That's literally all he needs. I think it's possible pretty soon.
Yeah, again, you know, we're on lap 9 of 29. We're only a third of the way through the race, barely. And we're going to see somebody with red-rimmed tyres hitting the pit lane within the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Master Turtle's obviously made that pit stop already as well. He's one of 2 drivers yet that have made pit stops so far. As him and City of R have made stops. Nobody else has decided to go in yet. So definitely interesting strats so far. Still, this Drix and Cookie battle. I bet you Drix stays out longer. Just knowing him.
He wants to take him further. Yeah, I do agree. He does tend to take these things quite long.
Yeah.
A cheeky tire whispering moment. Sharky and Sebi trade places further down.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it so well. Like I've met so many people that are like, you know, really good at immersing tires and all that kind of stuff, but he is just another level, especially on harder compounds. He can take hards dang near the entirety of a race distance, regardless of which race it is and regardless of how long that race distance is. Like nearly 100% races, he can take hards all the way through. It blows my mind. So I'm sure, you know, he's going to be playing to that strength tonight in the best way that he possibly can, whether it be an earlier pit stop, popping on the hards and going long, or going late on these softs, trying to keep track position and wait for a potential safety car to help him out. Those are just 2 options, I think, as to, you know, how to tire whisper his way to some improved, you know, to some success. I think both are viable options for sure. If they go in now, they get caught in traffic, don't they? Right behind the car of Sharky, probably? Is where they come out?
Yeah, they'll come out somewhere between the Bop's Magical Forward and Hitch, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be right around there. Yeah, so it's really tough for you to make the call right now to say, yeah, let's go ahead and pit and get off these softs. Marcus Lib's actually going to make a move on Drix right here going into turn 1. They're going to go side by side, so it's going to be the first time they've slowed each other down since the beginning of this race that there's been an actual tussle. Marcus Libs really wants it, but he's not going to get the eggs out of it. Drix is going to take that line. Oh, they actually make a slight collision. Marcus Libs has to take the very unideal rumbly bits. And you think he wanted Drix to stay a little bit tighter in so they could go side by side, but it just did not happen. So Marcus Libs having to fight his way to just stay in this thing. If it's about to get scrappy like this, man, it's only about to get more electric. Do you think we're going to see a collision?
Well, I absolutely think we're going to see a collision. I think the only thing that stops a collision is a pit stop.
That's a good point.
You know, and again, you know, we've got 3.4 seconds covering the top 8 drivers.
Wow.
That's the situation we find ourselves in right now on lap 11. These guys, these 8, this is anybody's race out of these top 8 right now.
Yeah.
Get safety cars for a minute, anybody's race. And I think Supply Raptor is really well placed on the hard tire.
You know, I was thinking so too, but it seems like he's still losing pace to Marcus, Drix, and Cookie, who are somehow making those softs go forever long. I mean, they're about to go into 11-lap territory right here. One of them might pit here, so I'm going to stay on Drix's camera right here and see if one of them decides to posture to go in. If anybody's going to do it, I think it's going to be Cookie. Neither of them do it still, and Marcus Libs will definitely have a go at him. Yep, that's an inside move right there, and it's going to... I mean, if he doesn't get this done, I'll be shocked. Yeah, he does get it done this time. I think Drix decided, yeah, it's not quite worth the fight. Go ahead, Marcus. Take up. Just kidding. I straight up lied to you. Drix says, no, I'll go ahead and take that outside line right there. Gonna get the better launch once again and forces Marcus Libs to go wide and get on those rumble strips again. Drix with the extremely heavy defense. Gonna try to hold that inside line. Marcus Libs really not having this one. Not gonna like this fight. He's got a championship in front of him. He's gonna push Drix all the way to the edge of the rumble strips right there. And that's finally Marcus Libs on his way through. That's some really tough racing for sure. As aggressive as it gets, Drix gonna look for an outside lunge. Doesn't have it coming into the hairpin. Almost had it with a slightly better exit. Could have been done and dusted, but did not happen. Holy smokes. Giants fan, though.
That was a really, really good exchange.
That's really nice. Take a look, though. Giants fan, at the back of this DRS train, he's actually relevant tonight. So let's go for Giants fan, our most winningest driver here in Moose Racing League. Good to see him back up into, you know, some decent point position spots. Do you think he has the in him to make some more positions up?
Yeah, for sure. I would imagine, knowing Giants fan as I do, he's probably just been patient. You know, he's still got 2/3 of his ERS remaining. He's just utilizing the guys in front of him to pull him along, increase the gap back to Snaky and the Haas. You know, that gap's pretty significant now, 8 seconds plus.
It's true.
So yeah, it's just nice to see Giants fan possibly.
Oh.
You know, we've got pit lane action.
Cookie's done it. And Drix has done it too. And Giants fan very early on the mediums.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Giants fan coming in that early. I thought Giants fan may well.
Cookie's going
just
mediums.
He might just be reacting to these two guys.
So okay, hold on. This is the interesting one. Cookie and Drix are on different tires, but they pit at the same time, off of the same tire.
Oh my word!
Drix said, "I can take the hards. I'm better at whispering these things to perfection." Cookie said, "Give me the mediums. I need a little bit of compound advantage." Drix comes out behind Cookie, and not behind lap traffic though. So they're right in a nice little pocket between Sebi and Hitch is where they came out. It was pretty perfect release, honestly, for the two of them. That was pretty lucky. But then Giants fan extremely unlucky on his release. He's actually behind Rich Sebi, who is on older mediums. So it's going to slow him down maybe a little bit. It's going to be interesting. The hard's obviously going to make it, but what do you think?
It's shaking it up. I think, again, just knowing these guys, it's only another 16 laps. So I'm pretty sure the medium tires are going to go that far.
Yeah.
Round about lap 13, they start going off a little bit. But for sure, these guys, you know, they're better than the majority of the drivers that I've seen. You know, they can take those things 16 laps, no problem. And I guess the question is, can Cookie put a big enough gap between himself and Drix over the first 5 laps of this tyre life that Drix can't close the gap towards the end? I mean, Giants fan, you're right about him being stuck behind Sebi. Wow, they are tussling as they come round turn 13 on the long drag down towards the final turn. And Sebi does get out of the way, lets Giants fan through. Good stuff from him. Well done, Sebi.
And they're still fighting though. I mean, Sebi's making it easy enough, but not too easy. I mean, I think he did it exactly right. Ooh, the Haas's, they're gonna have to double stack. Uh-oh. Yeah, the Haas is just double stacked. That's rough. That's unfortunate. Snaky and Esteban having a little bit of a double stack. There's a little bit of movement as well. Drix looks like he just got in his way in front of Hitch as well. So he's in a bit of an interesting spot. I'm curious to see how this is going to shake out, man. This is going to be very, very, very interesting finish. This is wild, man.
Yeah, it is. And Giants fan has managed to get himself past Hitch as well. So now Giants fan's just going to try and focus on the rear wing of that Aston Martin. Try and reel in Drix and get himself back up towards I guess the front runners. Be interesting to see what this undercut has done for those guys. When everybody kind of comes back out again, net leader is Cookie in P6, and the gap isn't very big. We've got 13 seconds from Arcadia to the back of Minico, but if we're thinking of what, a 21 second pit stop here?
I believe it was right around there, yeah. Yeah, someone else could
shape to see Cookie still lead the race.
Yeah, someone could definitely correct us on that one as well if you're in chat. Yellow, someone puts up a really good point. Marcus has has a bit of an interesting scenario or question to ask himself. Do I put on the softs or the hards? Looks like he's going to go for the hards, going in earlier rather than later and trying to cover off. So where's Marcus going to come out? Definitely going to come out behind Cookie, but it's just a question by how much. Cookie's he's flying down that start-finish straight. He just put down the fast lap. There goes Cookie in front. Or Marcus says Marcus Slibb's still yet to come out of the pits. Oh my gosh, Marcus coming out so far back. Marcus going to come out right in the middle of traffic. This is a terrible spot for him. He needs to come out right behind that McLaren, but in front of the Williams. I think he's going to do it. I think he does. Yeah, Marcus Libbs just barely gaps it. And he's right there coming out in 9th, about 1 second away from the leader, or the person in front of him, which is a Giants fan. Leader being Cookie, technically on net. Minico helping out Cookie as a team member, maybe giving Supply Raptor a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to be challenging him on lap 15. The gap now, that undercut was absolutely huge for Cookie and for Drix, really.
Yeah.
14 seconds behind the leader is Cookie, so net leading the race. We've then got Marcus is 21.4 seconds back from the leader at the moment.
Wow.
So he'll come out in front of both Supply Raptor and Minico, possibly. they might feed out. They might feed out at 21 seconds right with Marcus if they pit right now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty tight. I think they'll probably end up just behind him. Yellowstone says, go on, my king, Tamarcus lives. It's the biggest support fan group that we have here, I think, is Yellowstone as a TP. But it's definitely not going to be a move from Spyraptor and Minico to go into the pits. Instead, they're going to be moving against each other, trying to make positions and have some little overtake fights. Minico moves himself up into the lead of the race. Minico leading a race here in Tier 1. Good to see that back again.
Yeah, I like that from Minico.
Now, a little bit farther back, we got Arcadia and Drix having a little tussle. Actually, Drix decided to stay behind for now, but he's going to wait for a better opportunity to make that move. I think he wants it sooner than later. He's going to look for an outside line right here. Yeah, he's going to get the undercut right there. Boom, switch underneath him. Going to have crazy launch out of him. Yeah, and that's easy move. Smart from Drix, sized his move up beautifully, just waits, and he's playing very patient, decides not to put himself in harm's way. Drix has gotten extremely unlucky the past few weeks, so he's playing it very smart today, you can see.
Yeah, for sure. And he's now got, obviously, no other car between himself and Cookie that gives him this open season, really. You know, focus, get your head down, and look at the back of that Red Bull.
Yeah,
there's been far too much of people looking at the back of Red Bulls already this week.
That's fair. Now, someone who's going to be looking at the back of somebody else's Magic Forehead, as Marcus Libs just sent a super send on him going into the hairpin in the middle of Sector 2. That was wicked. So Marcus Libs now back up into 7th, chasing down Giants fan, who's just 9 tenths ahead of him. The gap is closing every single lap, basically every single corner as well. Xylo, Magic Forehead having a little bit of a tussle as well. Xylo gets in front of him in a very unconventional spot as well. So Magic Forehead struggling here tonight. I wonder what's going on with him. Definitely not ideal. Minico decides to make the pit stop first, and Spyraptor will stay out even longer. Minico has a tough decision to make. Does he go softs? He does! Minico! Brave early soft call for Minico, taking him 13 laps, but he saw that Drix and Cookie could do it early on with heavy fuel. Now Minico says, I got light fuel. I can fly. He's going to come out behind this pack, so he's not going to have to fight off the rip. He's going to watch Xylo, Estenbod, Giants fan, Marcus, Arcadia, Drix, Cookie, and Spyraptor all have squabbles while he just makes up time. Interesting move.
Yeah, I like that from Minico diving in for the soft side. 2 people have followed suit in Box and Sebi.
Yes.
We've got Magical Forehead has gone for the medium tire. So it'll be interesting to see the difference between those two in about 11, 12 laps time.
Yeah, we will definitely see. I think Magical Forehead is going to be in a pretty decent spot, but I still think the soft actually right now is the better move. So if you have yet to pit, you better be putting on softs now. You've already seen the leader, those who are the net leaders, Cookie and Drix, make them last for a really long time. So I think it should be enough of a lesson to say, yeah, we can take these things. Drix having slightly better exits out of all these corners as well over Cookie. I think Drix is just relying on these last few laps to where those mediums start to really burn up, and where Drix can just keep nursing these hards and stay relevant. If he can stay within this 2.4, 2.3 range and maybe catch up like a quarter of a second every lap, which is a little bit better consistency, once the tires fall off, it's going to turn into half a second a lap. And it's going to get pretty brutal for Cookie. Cookie's got to worry about that guy in his rearview mirrors for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be looking for that gap more towards lap 23, 24 to see what it's at as those tires would, as you would imagine, begin to drop off.
Yep. Now, the undercut obviously has worked for everybody. Spyraptor puts on fresh mediums. Bit of a late call for mediums, in my opinion. I think it probably was better at bet with the softs, but he decided to go for the mediums once the longevity of grip rather than the risk of extra speed for maybe a big drop off in about 6 or 7 laps. So definitely a unique strategy for him right there. Minico, 2.3 seconds away from Xylo, not really actually making up any time, ironically enough, which I'm surprised. So the soft's not quite working out for Minico in the Red Bull. The hard's working out great for Xylo, Estenbot, Giants fan, Marcus Libs, and Drix, in my opinion. They're all doing a good job nursing them together. Marcus Libs about 3 seconds away from Drix. But Marcus, sitting in third right here, think about the championship implications. If he was to finish here in third and Cookie gets that 25-point W, I'm not sure who has the fastest lap right now. It's Cookie as well at a 30.5. So if Cookie, slams it and gets 26er, Marcus is in serious trouble for this championship.
Yeah, he really is. He's got to be thinking about, again, all about patience. Plenty of time left to go in the race. Worst thing about league racing is when guys don't have patience. We see that everywhere, but
Yes.
not necessarily with our elite guys. These guys, the best we've got, tier 1. We've seen some incredible battles over the course of the last, 3 seasons that we've been doing this stuff together, Punju, and I'm expecting a little bit more of the same tonight. The gap now down to 3.1, 3.2, Marcus to Drix. Drix, that gap's a little bit bigger, 2.7
It is,
now.
yeah.
Maybe Cookie's decided to put the foot down. Maybe it's hammer time.
Yeah, I think it's turned it on a little bit. Marcus Lib's obviously trying to turn it on as well, because not only does he have to chase in front of him, he's also got to be running away from those behind, because Giants fan is not relenting. Sitting in 4th, has a chance of getting his first podium of the season if Giants fan can go and put it down tonight. However, obviously he's had a bit of a rough one so far. He does have a fastest lap for this season, but so far, just give you a readout of Giants fans' results this season: 12th, 10th, 16th, 16th, 11th, and 8th. He has only 5 points to his name. One of those is from a fastest lap. Actually, just kidding. He stole that off of the fastest lap, but it was in a 16th place position, so nobody got a point that day. He's had a bit of a rough one. A 5-point season for Giants fan coming in around 7 is unheard of. So he's definitely going to be trying to grab that podium off of Marcus Libs. Though Marcus Libs going to do everything he can to defend it. He's currently 6/10 ahead. Still going to be probably mighty fine going through this start-finish straight.
Yeah, Marcus is reeling in Drix. 2.5 seconds now, the gap. Underneath the 3-second mark. Drix still maintaining 2.8 out to Cookie in front.
Yeah, which means that...
Giants fan, that is a wild stat for Giants fan, by the way.
Isn't that crazy? 5 points.
Absolutely wild.
Yeah. However, Marcus also has better tires. So, I think Giants fans just hanging on for dear life right now. But the moment it hits that near drop-off spot, once, he hits the 25 and Marcus is still at 20, done. Yeah, it's done for right there. I'm taking a look at this leader gap because Marcus is 5.3 seconds away from the lead, and I just don't know if that's shrinking or gaining or growing. It looks like it's ever so slightly shrinking, but it's very, very, very slight. Oh well, that's a 10th and a half through one corner. Just kidding.
As he's gaining, Drix is losing.
Yeah, that means he's gonna have to dispatch somebody, which the last thing he wants to do is fight. He wants to just cruise through. He is definitely getting though 4.9 now. Hold on a second. Marcus is putting in some absolute banger corners right now. And again, he's just got to pray that Giants fan is like, yeah, it's just not worth it yet. I'm going to stay behind. I'll let you cook and carry us up the field. I don't feel like fighting you. He's got to pray that that's going to happen. Because if Giants fan takes even one look at an inside line, Marcus Lib's charge, is down in the dumps. Dude, he's down to 4.7. He was at 5 point something at the beginning of this lap. That's a second gone in a single lap. This is a very reasonable comeback for Marcus Libs at this current moment. Yellow Snowman is probably freaking out right now, saying, "Come on, buddy, you can make this thing happen." He's looking like a chronic gambler at a horse race, just probably smacking his butt with a newspaper. Like, "Come on, let's go!" Like he's probably freaking out. I guarantee you.
Yeah, for sure. I've now got visions of Yellow Snowman dancing in front of his monitors, spanking himself with a copy of the local newspaper. I'm not going to thank you for that.
Yeah, you're so welcome on that one, guys. And also everybody in chat who's visualizing it as well. You're so welcome for that visualization. Marcus Libs obviously started this lap at 4.7 seconds of deficit. Now he's down to 4.4. I'm just remembering that deficit that he's got to the leader. He's down to 4.2 now. Oh my gosh, he has turned it on like crazy. 4.14 seconds now to the leader. That is 7/10 gone before the end of sector 2. That is crazy.
Sector 2, Marcus is strong on these hard tires.
Yes. Yeah, big time. It's the cornering. I mean,
he's going to have DRS.
Yeah,
he's going to have DRS down the home straight.
Big time. Oh, yeah, big time. Now, Giants fan, yeah, Kamal said something important. Giants fan is hanging on for dear life. Not really anymore. I think he's just lost it. Yeah, he's 1.1 away now. Marcus Libs is officially gapped out, Giants fan. Now Marcus Libs is on the attack on Drix. It's 7/10 between the two of them. He's catching so quickly. The fastest lap now has gone to Arcadia as well, so Cookie will not get that extra point. That could be crucial. Marcus Libs closing the gap to Drix, just waiting for his moment. I'm sure he's going to be patient, but obviously not too patient. He can't be too patient. He needs to catch Drix at just the right moment. and make a move in a very ostentatious way. 40% energy. This is the time for him to start burning it. 3.6 now to the leader is Marcus Libs. Starting the lap, he was at 3.7. Another 10th gained. Marcus, play your race. Run it your way. If you can dispatch Strix, it's done and dusted.
Xylo and Giants fans side by side through the S's as well, with Minico and Estambar not too far behind. A four-way tussle for P4 as it stands, Bungie. What a racing that is from them.
Minico's really chopped up that gap as well. He's all the way up here now, being relevant on those soft tires. I thought he was going to be a little bit too far out. I didn't think he was making the time up, but turned it on as soon as they warmed up, and now he's really up there. It's Giants fan and Xylo still maybe going to go side by side through that sweeping left-hander. I think Giants fan might be able to hold him off. No, he won't. He's going to let Xylo through, and that's going to be Marcus Libs and Drix ahead of him. 2/10 away from each other. Marcus Libs has not gained any time on this lap, though, so he needs to dispatch Drix ASAP. He's played a smart lap this time around, but he's stayed dead even with Cookie this lap, so he cannot do this for another lap. He has to get through and then go absolute pedal to the metal like nothing he's ever done before. Marcus Libs about to put on an absolute clinic. He's 3/10 out. He's going to have it done. There's nothing Drix can do to defend this one. So early, Marcus Libs makes his pass down the start-finish straight, and Drix just left to play witness, says, see you later. It was nice hanging out for a second. Drix almost overcooks his braking point and smacks the rear of Marcus Libs. Marcus, luckily enough, didn't even get phased by it, but Drix, huge mistake for himself. Almost rippled the championship like nothing else. Yellow Snowman's probably screaming. But Marcus Libs, notice that he was 3.7 before this lap started. 3.2 already. 2 corners. Done.
Yeah, well, he'd farmed that battery up to 49%. As soon as he came around the final turn, that was getting cooked all the way down to 30%. As Marcus picks up 3 seconds. What a mistake that is, Punju.
Oh my gosh. I do not know what that's going to do. I mean, obviously race director, right? There could be one of them that was from a force off or something like that. He'd better be taking pictures of his race director at the end of this thing just in case. But oh my gosh, that could entirely ruin it for him. Now Cookie just says, all right, I'm good. I can just run it. It can even let him pass. I don't care, because there's no way he's going to get 6 seconds in 6 laps. No shot.
No chance, Sundance.
Yeah, I mean, we say that, but I think he was actually catching about a second a lap not too long ago. I think it's gone away, though. The freshness of his hearts has worn down pretty quickly. I mean, look at how much he just gapped on Drix, though. He's already 1.4 seconds ahead of him. 1.7 now. It's crazy. Took 1 lap, and he's like, yeah, see you later. That was fun. Oh, man. That's tough. Marcus Libs, that is a really, really tough penalty. Now, of course, he's still over 3 seconds ahead of Minico and Drix with a post-race penalty. Currently, Marcus Libs still holds second, and he will stop the bleed a decent amount when it comes to this championship deficit he has against Cookie. But he wants more. He wants points. He wants gain over Cookie. He needs Cookie to somehow have a howler over the last few laps. Something needs to happen to Cookie or whatever. I just don't see it happening, though. I think he's going to play, pretty safe.
Yeah, we've got a little bit. We've got one Alpha Tauri. It's City of R in the middle of Sector 2. There's potential to be in the way, but I don't know. It's the writing's on the wall. Although the gap's down to below 3 seconds now for Marcus. You've just got to go balls to the wall and throw absolutely everything at this last 5 laps.
I mean, if we know somebody in this league who can do that, it's Marcus Libs. He's got it in him for sure. He is that guy. But it's a question of, can he channel that guy energy? You know what I mean? And make it work for the last 5 laps here in this race. And it's all down to the wire. I mean, I'm watching his lines. He's not taking it easy by any means necessary. But I think Cookie's also found something in his laps as well. So Cookie may have turned it on a little bit. I don't know, man.
Yeah, and that's interesting, because if I'm Cookie, I'm probably trying to relax a little bit. The rigidity in your hands and your arms when you're under pressure behind the wheel can force you to make mistakes just from a physiological perspective. But gap's still 3 seconds. Drix sticking quite nicely. Minico in P4. I think those tires are probably going to drop off pretty shortly.
I think his are definitely on that cliff spot right now, but I think he'll still have enough, control over them to be able to hang in front. Drix catches 3 more. Drix way far out of this thing now. That's going to be technically a combined 8-second penalty for Drix with his post-race penalty. That's so unfortunate. Sketchybull also had a 5-second post-race, but obviously that won't get served tonight as he's not yet going to finish this race. So, man, this is going to be interesting for sure. Gamer is really fighting it as well with Magical Forehead. Or sorry, Arcadia and Magical Forehead really fighting it. Gamer's right there in 12th, also has a penalty, so really unfortunate for him, man. Really unfortunate.
Yeah, for sure.
Marcus Libbs 2-6 now. I just want to see him make it on track, you know? Like, I want to see him make the pass on track. I do want to see it. It'd be pretty cool.
It would be pretty cool. And I think, you know, I wouldn't imagine the guy's going to hold back.
Yeah, no shot. He's gonna...
You know, even from all those post-race interviews we've done, the guy just seems calm.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. Also, I mean, you never know about the race director as well. It could be that Marcus Libbs actually has one of those warnings that he's got was getting shoved off or something like that. And he's got a clip for it, and he might be able to get a 3-second removed. So technically is still possible. I mean...
Oh, it is.
You never know, but, I mean, he's got 2 point... Okay, hold on a second. What did he just... He literally just gained 3/10 in 3 corners. That was unbelievable. He needs to do that every single lap, and he's got a chance.
Well, those medium tires now are at that 13-lap
Oh, yeah.
age. So they're going to be well over that 25% piece now. 2.1.
Look at the pace advantage that Marcus Libbs is pulling out of these tires. This is crazy.
Here we go.
About to go sub 2 seconds at the end of this corner, I guarantee you. There it is. 1-9. Oh, my
Crazy.
gosh.
Crazy.
Oh,
We got ourselves a race.
that we do. And again,
We got ourselves a race.
obviously, we don't know yet. We have no idea with this race director and all that kind of stuff. If he maybe got pushed off at some point for one of those warnings, you never know. So somebody's saying Marcus did get shoved off earlier by Drix, so he might have a case to get the penalty removed, which is possible. But that means he needs to make sure he doesn't get any more penalties post that one. So if he gets a single warning more than that, if he got, you know, at least just one warning, he needs to make sure he doesn't get any more warnings. That's the big thing.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I remember that now. What Will is saying there in chat, that was turns 1 and 2.
They did. You're right. They had that really tight tussle. That's a good point. So that could be race defining. They're on lap 27. 27, 28, 29. 3 laps to go here. 1.8 seconds separates the two championship protagonists. Yellow flag in sector 2. Someone's going slow. I think it might be an Alpine. That's Hitch. No, Hitch has been
No, it's Hitch in the Williams.
spun around. Oof. Tough for sure. Minico and Supplier after having a side-by-side tussle going into turn 4. Uh-oh. Minico looking for the outside line. Supplier after got the inside one. Minico going to have to back out of it. In fact, he's going to lose another position to Xylo. I think Minico might lose another one. Xylo's still going to go side-by-side through the S's. They're going to clap just a little bit, but they do make it work. And up at the front, it's still Marcus Libbs making positions. Whoa, Minico, huge drift and a big save as well. That was incredible car control from Minico to avoid. Oh, what would have been sure fate of death, and that's Minico and Estimba having a collision. I thought it had been done, and Estimba grabs a 5 for his troubles. Marcus Libbs, we got to focus back at the front, but that was intense right there. Marcus, 1.7. I don't know, man. It seems like he's lost that fiery, you know, attack that he had last lap. He's got 1.7. Cookie's turning it on.
Yeah, Cookie's got 50% battery left as well, so that looks to me like he's just maybe that gap just closed because he was farming that battery.
Yeah, there he goes. He's burning it now. He's like, I'm going to run away from you on this straightaway. Please do not come anywhere near me. He's got 2 laps to go. Cookie's on defense. 1.6 is definitely doable. It's catchable, but now it's turned to 1.7. Nearly 1.8 by the time they get to the end of the straightaway. It is 1.8 by the time they get to the end of the straightaway. It's going to be an extreme... Oh, not a great turn 1 for Marcus Libbs. Definitely left something to be desired on the entry of that corner. And Cookie's still burning to try to get away from that. Minico going to retire into the pits. No! I think Minico should have finished that one out, but unfortunately, he's decided to call it quitsies on that one. Him and Esteban having that collision, which is really unfortunate for him. Minico's teammate, though, Cookie, looking set currently to take this race victory. If everything keeps going according to pound.
In sector 2.
Oh, no.
Hitch out in sector 2.
But
Turn 11.
We're beyond safety cars.
Yeah, it's gone. Oh, my word, that's a drift.
Everything's coming in right now. Arcadia just got himself a 5-second. What's going on, man? Holy penalties right now. It's all happening all at once. Drix all the way down to 5th, by the way, after cutting that penalty and losing some time. He's still, I think he's stopped the bleed right there in 5th, though. So he'll finish in 6th at this current rate because between 5th and 7th is like 20 seconds. It's huge. Yeah. Marcus Libs has to make a miracle. 1.4 seconds in one lap. I don't see it happening.
No, I don't see it happening. It's going to take a huge mistake from Cookie, who's got a massive battery advantage as well.
Yeah. Yeah, this Red Bull, I think, has done enough to seal it tonight. Now, this is going to make some waves in the championship, make it even bigger of a gap right there. Obviously, that is an 8-point difference between the two positions of 1st and 2nd. And so with that 8-point advantage, that's going to put Cookie a full race win ahead of Marcus Libs in the standings. He'll be 25 points ahead. It's going to be really difficult for Marcus to find his way to the front out of that one. But you never know. It could happen. You never know. Obviously, this is Moose Racing. The crazier stuff has happened before. And we could still get a final final race battle. 1 second separates the two. Hold on a second. Cookie.
Holy.
Wait, Cookie has a puncture. He's got to have a puncture. There's no way he doesn't have a puncture. He does have a puncture. Cookie definitely does.
Or he's run out of gas.
Something of the sorts. Wait a second.
He's run out of fuel. He's run out of fuel.
It's
They're
blinking.
both flashing.
Marcus will easily pass him right here. He's got to pass him. He has to find his way through. There's no way. He's got to size this one up smart. Forso, deep line from Cookie. Doesn't quite take it. He's got to size this one up smart. Be smart here, Marcus. You have it if you do. Oh, my golly gee. Something's happened, yeah. Marcus with a huge switch underneath it. Cookie tries to take the inside line and defend it. He's going to have the energy to defend it. I don't know if it's going to be enough. That was intense. But he's going to have a way better exit, Will Marcus Libs. He needs to size this one up. It's going to be down to the line. Oh, Marcus barely won't have it, I don't think. No, I think Cookie's done it. Only just Cookie's find his way through. What?
Another amazingly close finish in Tier 1, Punju.
Thought it was over. I thought it was over. I thought long before we got there, I was like, yeah, Cookie's got this nailed in the coffin. It's done and dusted, but I don't know what happened. We got to figure out what's going on there. Marcus, I think, gave Cookie a little bit of a boost to the line as well. He gave him a tap to help him out, which is just totally an unfortunate mistake. Wow, what a finish between the two of them. That was epic. And Supply Raptor, look at that. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The championship standings also show up in our race tonight with Cookie taking the win, Marcus in 2nd, and Supply Raptor in 3rd. Xylo comes home in 4th, though. Great race from him. Wow, way to convert that qualifying. Giants fan to 6th, Drix into 7th, or Giants fan to 6th, excuse me. Giants fan into 5th, Drix into 6th. And that's a guaranteed 6 for Drix, even with his post-race time penalty. 7th to Snaky, 8th to Magical Forehead, 9th Arcadia, 10th to Bops, grabbing a point for himself. Only by 4/10, almost got another one off of Arcadia. Then, of course, Matt's Turtle, Sebi, Gamer, Sharky, Estemba, and City of R round out our back 6 finishers. Wow. What a freaking finish, dude. That's crazy.
I thought that he must have just run out of fuel to go from 1.5 seconds up to like 4/10
something
on the hairpin.
Yeah.
I was like, surely he's run out of fuel.
It had to be. I have no idea what it was. I mean, this podium.
Maybe he was just trolling us.
Oh, dude, imagine. Imagine he's like, I'm going to give him a show. That'd be a very Cookie thing to do. It'd be pretty impressive. But you know what? Equally, if not more impressive, with just the general win, from start to finish, he looked so impressive. Had a good strategy call starting on the softs. It was a big gamble, but it worked out with a 0 safety car race. Wait, we have 1 safety car, right?
No safety car.
0 car. Yeah, it was 0 safety car. So the 0 safety car race really worked out well for him. After last week, especially, what a change. Yeah, great racing from everybody, man. That was incredible. Cookie taking home the win. Marcus Libs in 2nd by just a couple. Right, 1.82 tenths if he does get that 3-second removed. Supply Raptor right back there in 3rd, then Xylo to 4th, Giants fan to 5th. Drix, great points from him in 6th, Snaky in 7th, of course, Forehead in 8th. That's a good race for him as well. Arcadia 9th, and Bops rounds out our top 10. Giants fan, in my opinion, honestly, driver of the day. To recover, his season right here and get himself a 5th place position after barely even scoring points throughout this entire thing. He had 5 points going into this race, and he just grabbed a 5th place position, so that's huge for him. Great race from Giants fan. And I'm excited for this interview with Cookie, Libs, and Supply Raptor.
Yes. Also, there was no fastest lap.
Correct. No, none of them got
any of the front guys. Estenbar picked it up right at the very end, so that is now not an 8-point advantage tonight. It's only a 7-point advantage tonight, which means it's only 24 points.
So a race win with no fastest lap would and Cookie DNFing would be Marcus Libs in the lead at this current moment.
Indeed.
Which if any of us watched 2021's IRL racing, we know that is very possible. For a 17-point gap or for a 25-point gap to be obliterated in one race. It's extremely possible. Wow. What a crazy finish, man. That was nuts. I love those. Down to the line, too. For the win down to the line. If only they went side by side, would have been even better. I think Marcus just needed to size up that exit just a little bit better. But the way that he exited out of it, he slightly tabbed the back of Cookie on exit. He needed to go a little bit tighter or a little bit wider. Pick one of the two, but he picked like a bit of a middle road. And Cookie was obviously going to take that middle line. I think Marcus should have, thought to himself like, oh, Cookie's going to try to defend a middle. He's going to try to take up as much track as possible. So I have to hard commit left or right. And it's a really hard, position to be in, but I think that's the only way he could have made that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've had some pretty tight races over the last 2 seasons. You and I have commentated on races. I think 4 times that have had
last lap drama.
Finishes less than 2/10.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's getting better and better.
I think the closest was 600s, was it not?
I can't remember who it was, but I remember that race. It was bonkers. Yeah. We've seen some crazy ones. Now, I wonder if any of these guys are able for an interview or any of them free tonight.
We've got Cookie and Marcus in the lobby. Let's bring... I've just got to reply to Mr. Supply Raptor.
Is he trying to get in, but he can't figure it out?
He's in.
All right, let's grab him in.
Which one are we in? Are we in Media Box 1 or 2?
I think 2. I could be wrong.
Let me just double check before I start moving people around. There we go. Media Box 2. In you come, Mr. Supply Raptor.
Well, hello, Mr. Supply Raptor. How are you doing? Well done on your P3.
More like thinking of.
We can hear people in the background who are hyping you up too. Who was that?
There was some people in the background. Yeah.
That was a heck of a race, dude. I mean, that was big sweaty all the way to the very end. That's a P3 while you're sitting third in the championship, so you're securing yourself even better. And it's tight, that third and down, like really tight. It's pretty nasty. I don't know if after tonight you have a mathematical chance at getting the championship, but you are very much so on your way to grab third. At this current rate, you are putting down some heck of laps. Tell me about this race. Kind of walk me through it. Where was the big struggle, and where was the moment where you thought, yeah, I got this third in the bag?
Big struggle. There was a lot of struggles. The pace was not good. I was catching, but tires spalled off like middle of the what you call it, stint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I need to just work on the race pace. Plus, I did practice a little bit, but yeah. But qualifying was good. So
Your qualifying was freaky good, dude. That was a heck of a 1-lap pace. I saw you up there. I was like, whoa, this is going to be quite a special race tonight. I mean, Drix obviously just barely had your number, but beyond that, I thought you had a really good shot. Why didn't you go out for a final run? Did you just realize you didn't have enough time? What happened at the end there in qualifying?
I just decided to say it said sauce.
That's fair. Just in case the safety cars, which never came.
Yep, which never came.
I know. Quite a stark difference from last week, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That did not go well as planned, but it was gonna go well, but it didn't. So
yeah. Hey, you know what, man? You gave everything you got, and I think it was a great race. It's a really great third place finish, and excited to see how you got going into next week. How are you feeling about? We're into the IRL, league race crossovers. We're at Jeddah next week. How do you feel about that twisty, windy street circuit?
I should feel that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
That we will. Well, man, thanks again for a great race tonight. Hope you and your fans that are watching enjoy a great celebration tonight for your podium, man.
Appreciate it, man.
We'll see you later.
All right.
What up?
I don't know.
Well, that was Mr. Supply Raptor, and I think we got Marcus Libson here. Hello, Marcus.
Mr. Libs.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, dude, I'm grand. You have us having heart palpitations right now at the end of that race, man. That was crazy. What the heck? How are you feeling with that finish?
Not the best race for me, but I guess it's still P2, so I was hoping for a win, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you
I think
really sent it
I
at the
was-
end.
Yeah, I think I was on the alternate strategy, and no safety car came out, so
Yeah.
that's quite something not normal for this league, and yeah.
Yeah, usually you can count on one. That's a pretty good.
Don't know what you mean, Marcus. Don't know what you mean. We very rarely see safety cars
Yeah,
in
it's rare.
MRL.
No, I mean, usually you can count on one. That's a good point. And yeah, for it to not happen at all, these zero safety car races are always so tough to judge. I think you did the best you could with the scenario that you were in. So I'd say a great performance overall, especially with the position that you're in. I think you made the most out of it. I'm curious though, at the very end, I mean, you got that 3-second penalty. Did you get any more warnings after that, or could you have potentially gotten that
No.
removed?
Oh, it's definitely removable because I got pushed wide from Drix.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
So,
that was some nasty fighting between you two. That was intense.
Yeah.
He was trying so hard to keep you, but I mean, obviously, he's had such terrible luck this season, so I'm sure he was like, just give me one fucking win this time around. But like, obviously, what's gonna happen tonight? So he was giving it everything. But yeah, we realized like, oh, you're probably gonna get that one removed, and so for it to go down to the final corner right there. Do you know what happened to Cookie in front of you? Did you see and we just maybe didn't catch it? Did you have a mistake? What happened?
Someone in my chat told me he was low on fuel, I think.
Oh.
But I'm still a bit confused on if he was running on the low fuel mode. Like, how is he faster in the straight? I don't know. Just gonna have to check back on VOD.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
You were both flashing. You were both flashing red.
Yeah.
On the fuel.
I think
it was wild.
What probably happened was he had a huge liftoff where he's like, let me just straight up dump. Because I got a second, I can hold off after that and just dump it early. So that way he's not dumping under DRS, he's dumping under corners instead, which is probably what he was doing. Which, I mean, honestly, that's definitely the best way to do it. I'm terrible at managing fuel. I probably wouldn't have thought of that at all. But, that's some tier 1 strats. You guys are way too smart for me, so it does make sense. I was curious, though, at the final corner, it was so hard to see if there was a move. Did you think that you had a shot either going outside or inside on the final corner? Or, by the time you got there, were you kind of like, nah, I don't think it's going to happen?
I mean, he was defending well, but
yeah,
I think I don't know. I'm gonna have to check back, but for sure, at first I thought, okay, he's having a problem with something, so I can win this. But no, I don't really know what happened in the last lap. To be honest, I was quite surprised.
Intense, that's for sure. Well, man, I'll go ahead and let you go. That was an incredible race. I mean, obviously, you're at a 24-point deficit now, I think, to the lead of the championship, but still 3 rounds to go. 3 chaotic rounds in Jeddah, Spa, and Australia. I've never seen those races produce clean races ever in my life, so those tracks are always bonkers. So you'll be able to count on safety cars for those ones. That much we can probably guarantee. And so I wish you the best luck on those last 3, man. It's going to come down to the wire, I'm sure.
Yeah, thank you. Did I miss something?
I think that's it. Yeah, that's gonna be.
Well done, mate. Congratulations.
It's a great win or a great second place, man.
Thank you, and nothing was.
Yeah,
sorry.
You're good.
Yeah.
Hey, man, enjoy your night, and we shall see you next week.
Sure. Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, it's Cookie. Well, hello, good sir.
Hello.
Congratulations on another race win. Wow. What a freaking finish. Down to the wire. We need you to answer the question that's on everybody's mind. What the heck happened on that last lap to make you lose over a second?
My batteries went low and I lost vibration on my controller.
No way.
Oh, wow.
So out of nowhere, you're just driving and then just all vibration goes away and you stop getting any feedback. And did you miss a breaking point? What happened?
I mean, it's just hard. It's just hard as fuck to drive without vibration.
That's fair.
It's like what I rely on. And I mean, I could have gone quicker. I think I also wanted to slow him down a little bit, just to see if the people behind him could get within the 3 seconds. But I think I could have stayed ahead of him.
Yeah.
But I was mostly just struggling with that, and I was like, you know what, might as well kill two birds with one stone and try to slow him up, lose him some points. But nah, he didn't. I didn't lose enough time.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Can I just confirm? I just want to rewind about 30 seconds here. Did you just say you're on controller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are these people, Punju, driving so quick?
Andy, you know what makes it
controller?
You know what makes it even more annoying? Cookie, I'm about to gas you up so much. He's not only really good on controller, but then he gets on a wheel for iRacing and he's like top 3% in the world. 4% in the world with 3K iRating, 4K iRating. It's insane. It's so not fair. It's literally unfair. Like
You make me sick.
It's so not fair, dude. So,
My
please,
girlfriend says the same thing.
Yeah, it's disgusting, man. Please have mercy on us mortals, for the love of God. That's just ridiculous, dude. But obviously, that pace translates into great races here at Moose Racing League, and your race tonight was exceptional. Really cool to see, that strategy work out for you. It was a tough gamble. You're effectively gambling on a no safety car race or a very convenient safety car race. Obviously, the way that you chose it was it's only going to work on no safety car, convenient safety car. But it paid off. And you know what? Fortune favors the bold. So well done for the bold strategy, making it work. Going into next week, you got a 24-point advantage. How are you feeling about the last 3 rounds of Bahrain, Spa, and Jeddah, Spa, and Australia?
Jeddah, not feeling good. Not a controller track. And I'm not sandbagging. I don't think I'll be in the top 10 there in qualifying if I was only 5th today. Spa, I'm good at, and Australia, I'm okay at. So we'll see. I'm just gonna try to minimize the points to Marcus.
Yep.
Yeah. Bahrain is my last good track, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I know Marcus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know he's strong at obviously every track, right? But I know he's pretty dang strong, especially at Spa. So I'm excited to see how that one goes between you guys. I'm sure it's still gonna go into the water. You're still probably gonna end up right there with him. Knowing you find your way up into the top 2 or 3 every freaking race. It's just ridiculous. So, I appreciate the humility, but we know where you'll be.
Yeah. It's just all about consist. When the grid is this close and it's a bunch of DRS trains like it was today, it's just about consistency. And
yep.
I mean, I didn't get a single warning or anything like that. Just keep it on track, and then, I think that people are a little dumb for not doing soft medium or medium soft or some variation of that because the tire wear is not that bad here.
Oh yeah, you can take them.
You can easily do medium soft. I don't know why more people didn't do that. Miniko didn't have the most pace, but he was doing that and he was on for a top 4.
Yeah.
Until he crashed or whatever. But, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good race. I'm kind of surprised it qualified so low. People are very quick today.
Yeah, dude. Drix was on fire in qualifying. What the heck? I mean, he's always been a good qualifier, but wow, that was crazy.
Did Supply Raptor on 0.6 on this freaking banker. Like, what?
I know,
what?
dude. That
and
was
he's on
first
Xbox.
Yeah.
If he's on PC, that would have been like a 0.5 because there's a 10th difference with Bahrain.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Insane.
And he's something special, man. He is all these guys, in this tier are just absolutely insane. And so it's always fun to watch you guys go and tussle it out. But great racing tonight, man. Excited to see what you got next week and for the last few weeks here in the championship.
Thank you for coordinating everything again, Punju.
Of course. Adios, amigo.
See ya.
Yeah.
Well, Andy, that's one great way to end the race tonight. That was awesome. Next week we're on to Jeddah, as we talked about, and it's going to get extra crazy. I'm sure it's going to be quite nuts. What are your expectations for Jeddah? Do you think it's going to be scuffly and safety car-y, or do you think it'll be another clean one like we had tonight?
It will not be a clean one.
Nope.
I shall stamp that in my passport.
Yeah.
And I am quite happy to get on the plane with that one. I think it'll be Sector 1. I love Sector 1. I think it's insane.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite bits of track on the calendar. I think there's an enormous amount of overtaking opportunity through Sector 2 down towards that tight left-hander before you start the final DRS zone.
Yeah.
I think we could see an absolute classic next week. I also think that we'll see multiple safety cars. It wouldn't surprise me if we maxed out on safety cars because some of these Donnies are really quick. And I think they'll want to impress as we get towards we're down to the last tussle now for places in the Drivers' Championship and also the constructors. So I think with the final 3 races, people are going to want to start really tussling hard to try and win themselves some points. Nobody wants to finish the season in low positions.
That's a good point.
There'll be we talked about it at the very beginning with all those drivers real tight from P4 all the way down to, or P3 all the way down to like P9, 10.
Yep.
They'll be wanting to push, and they'll be wanting to push very hard.
Oh yeah, yeah. I couldn't agree more. I think you're right. It's going to bring out the best and also kind of the worst in everybody with it being so tight in the final few rounds. So I mean, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it to get crazy. I'm sure you are too. It's gonna get wild.
Always. MRL Tier 1 delivers week in, week out. And
That's something
next week is another week, and they'll deliver. Between them, they'll deliver. I'm waiting for a surprise winner. I want a surprise winner these last 3 weeks.
Yeah. I think we still have just either Cookie or Marcus Slim's winning races so far this season. So somebody's got to do it, man. I mean, 2 seasons ago, we had every single driver basically win a race because there was like 8 winners out of 10 races. It was crazy. And now we can only get 2. So yeah, we never know.
5 wins. What is it? That was round 7, right? 5 wins for Cookie, 2 wins for Marcus.
I think so. No, I think it's 4 and 3. No, you're right. 5 and 2. 5 and 2. 5 and 2. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Well, let's go ahead and sign off here and send everybody over to No Assist, because obviously if you guys don't already know about No Assist, it's the bestest of the restest. Go give them tons of love with there, guys. No Assist is always wicked wild. Obviously what we've seen so far throughout the day, it's only going to get crazier. Differing skill levels. Nobody's seeing braking markers. It's going to be awesome. Until next week, guys, I need you guys to do me a favor. Keep being wonderful. Keep making the world a better place. Give No Assist tons of love, and we'll see you guys in 7 days for round 8 of Moose Racing Season 10 Championship here in Tier 1. Adioso!
When I seems lost, thoughts lead you astray. Then I cry, then I feel pain. Why do I suffer so much? I would love to feel your touch. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Save me before I pass out. Save me before I pass out. Before I pass out. Thank you.